Adele's lips curved into a mocking smile as she quietly opened the live stream on her own phone. It was Evelyn. An obscure internet influencer Elias had recently signed to the company. Not only had he signed her, but he'd also made her the face of Adele, the jewelry line he claimed was a tribute to his wife. Everyone had been speculating about Evelyn's sudden access to such high-profile opportunities. Some whispered that she must have someone powerful backing her. They were right. That someone was Elias. That very moment, Evelyn was standing at the entrance of the amusement park, live streaming to her audience. She held up her phone with a smug expression, bragging to her viewers. "Look everyone. This amusement park was a gift from my boyfriend. Just mention my name for a discount when you visit. Come and have fun." Adele's hand, clutching her phone, turned ice cold. Her grip tightened as a wave of frost seemed to seep through her veins. This amusement park, the one he brought me to, was a gift for her? She thought. The live stream's comment section was filled with skepticism. "Stop lying. How could a small-time influencer like you afford a billionaire's playground? She's just trying to grab attention. Without proof, anyone could stand in front of this park and claim it's theirs. You're insane if you think we'll believe this. Do you have any idea how many billions it would cost to own a place like that?" Evelyn bit her lip, looking aggrieved. "I'm not lying. Look, isn't my name on this?" She pulled a property deed from her bag, holding it up to the camera. Clear as day, her name was printed on the document in black and white. The live stream exploded instantly, flooding with comments as viewers reacted with awe and disbelief. "I take it back. I've never seen such a powerful figure in my life. An entire amusement park as a gift? This is next-level spoiling. It's on par with Mr. Sterling and his undying love for Mrs. Sterling. They say a man's love is where his money goes. Why can't I meet a perfect man like this? That's because there are only two perfect men in the world. Mr. Sterling and this mysterious boyfriend of Evelyn's. So who do you think loves their partners more? Sterling's devotion to Mrs. Sterling or Evelyn's boyfriend's love for her? Press 1 for Mr. Sterling, 2 for Evelyn's boyfriend." The comment section was filled with a cascade of 1s. After all, Elias' love for Adele was legendary. He didn't just spend money, he almost gave his life for her. Just then, a new account named Loves Evelyn appeared and instantly sent 10,000 luxury virtual gifts to her live streams. The screen lit up with vibrant animations, leaving viewers stunned with the flood of gifts. The number of viewers in Evelyn's live stream skyrocketed from hundreds of thousands to over 10 million. Then, a bold message flashed across the screen. "Of course, I love Evelyn more." The live stream erupted in chaos. The boyfriend just showed up. He's too rich. Too rich. This is insane. Absolute madness. Evelyn smiled with smug satisfaction, her eyes full of spoiled pride. "See? I told you my boyfriend loves me." Adele's hand trembled as she clutched her phone. Her gaze lifted just in time to catch Elias's faint smile, the indulgent look in his eyes unmistakable. He was Loves Evelyn. It felt as though her heart had been wrenched apart, the pain lingering long after the hand that caused it had let go. Adele clutched her chest tightly with her right hand, the pain so intense it left her gasping for air. Elias finally noticed something was wrong and rushed over in alarm. "Addie, what's wrong?" The worry in his eyes seemed genuine, as if her collapse would take him down with her. And yet, this same man, who claimed to love her so deeply, had kept so many secrets from her. Forcing herself to stay calm, she steadied her voice. "It's nothing, just a cramp." Elias immediately placed his hand over her chest, trying to ease her discomfort. After triple-checking that she was okay, he quickly took her home to rest. On the way back, he worked hard to lighten the mood, sharing amusing stories in an attempt to make her smile. But no matter how much effort he put in, Adele couldn't bring herself to feel any joy. Leaning against the car window, she silently watched the scenery blur past, her expression unreadable. "Addie, did I do something wrong?" he asked cautiously, testing the waters. "No," she finally replied. "I was just thinking about a show I watched today." Elias exhaled in relief and smiled, eager to follow her lead. "What show?" Adele slowly turned her face toward him, her gaze locking with his. "It's about a man who used to love a woman deeply, but later he fell out of love. He kept it from her for a long time." She studied his face closely, watching for even the slightest flicker of emotion, and then spoke softly. "Elias, if you ever fell out of love, I never would. Before she could finish, Elias cut her off, his voice almost desperate. Addie, you're the love of my life. Even if every man in the world betrayed their wives, I never would. I can't live without you. But his words only made her heart ache more. He couldn't live without her. Yet he still sought comfort in another woman's arms. Just as she opened her mouth to speak, Elias's phone suddenly rang. He hesitated for a moment, his finger hovering over the decline button, but before he could end the call, Adele gently pushed his hand aside. Go ahead and answer it. Elias obeyed, picking up the phone. Whatever was said on the other end made his expression shift. His initially calm demeanor gave way to a flicker of unease, his eyes widening as tension crept across his face. After swallowing hard, he ended the call and turned to Adele. Addie, there's an urgent matter at the office. I need to head over right now. Let me call you a car to take you home. Okay. Without saying much, Adele nodded and stepped out of the car. As Elias's Maybach drove off, she flagged down a taxi. Instead of heading back to the villa, she gave the driver a simple instruction. Follow that car, please. The driver didn't ask questions, starting the engine and trailing the vehicle at a steady pace. The Maybach eventually stopped in front of a private villa. From a distance, Adele watched as a young woman in a bunny-made costume opened the door. When she spotted Elias stepping out of the car, her face lit up with a smile, and she ran straight into his arms. It was Evelyn. The moment they embraced, their lips found each other's, and the kiss quickly deepened, full of hunger and passion. When they finally broke apart, Evelyn caught her breath and tugged playfully at Elias's tie, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Master, your little bunny has a surprise waiting for you. Want to see what it is? She punctuated her words by lightly tapping his throat with her fingertip. Elias's Adam's apple bobbed as he gripped her hand firmly, his gaze darkening with desire. A 30-minute drive and I got here in 15. What do you think? Evelyn giggled, curling her fingers around his. With a teasing glance, she tugged him toward the car. Let's see it in the car then. After the two got into the car, it wasn't long before the vehicle began to rock slightly. The movements grew more intense, harder, and faster with each passing moment. No one knew that Adele was sitting in a nearby car, watching everything unfold. She had told herself there was nothing left to hope for with Elias, no expectations to be broken. But seeing it with her own eyes, she realized just how deeply he felt, as though a sharp hook had suddenly latched onto her heart, twisting with brutal force. She clutched her chest, gasping for air as tears streamed down her face in heavy drops. She couldn't help but think back to when they were first in love. Elias had always treated her with care. Even when the passion between them grew overwhelming, he would hold back, unwilling to touch her. He'd told her that the first time was sacred, that it should be saved for their wedding night to make it perfect. For 3 years, he pursued her. For another 3 years they dated. Finally, they made it to their wedding night. That night, the powerful, composed Elias, a man who dominated the business world, was so nervous he barely seemed like himself. As he slipped off her clothes, his ears turned bright red. He cherished her so much that every move he made was careful and deliberate. When he finally claimed her, he was so overwhelmed with emotion that he cried, whispering over and over in her ear, Addie, you're finally mine. I love you. I will always love you. At that moment, she felt truly treasured and thought that for the rest of her life, no one would ever love her as deeply as Elias did. He himself had once vowed that his love belonged only to Adele, and now, he had shattered that promise with his own hands. The woman driver glanced at Adele through the rearview mirror. Seeing the tears streaming down her face, she let out a long sigh and silently handed her a tissue. Men are all the same, she muttered bitterly, her voice thick with emotion. None of them can stay faithful. Even I'm stuck in a marriage because of my child. And I can't leave no matter how much I want to. The woman paused, swallowing her tears, then continued with a trembling voice. Miss, don't be so upset. You're already married. Just endure it. Forgive him this once, and pretend you didn't see anything. Adele gripped the tissue in her hand, her voice hoarse yet unyielding. No, I won't forgive him. Elias Sterling, I will never forgive you, she said quietly to herself. When she returned home, Adele tore through drawers and closets, collecting every gift Elias had ever given her. Extravagant trinkets and priceless treasures alike, including the legendary Adele, were all gathered into a single pile.